Scanning. You've probably heard us mention it 1,000 times, and there's a good reason for that. It's because this skill can take your game to the next level. But why is it so important? And what evidence is there that it actually improves your game? Let's take a look. For the last 20 years, a group of scientists from Norway have been carrying out a study. They travelled around Europe, filming some of the world's best players in multiple matches for the entire 90 minutes they were on the pitch. Counting and analysing every single scan these players made, their findings were incredible. Interestingly enough, the players who were found to scan the most were already some of the best players in the world. Amateur or second division players didn't even come close. This immediately showed that there was some kind of link between scanning and performance. Now, the number one player who topped the scanning charts in this study was this man, Xavi, who checked his shoulder almost once a second in the moments before receiving the ball. And while midfielders dominated the rankings all round, some forwards such as Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Lionel Messi were also found to have an exceptionally high scan rate. So we know that the best players in the world are also the best scanners. But how does scanning actually benefit your game? The first advantage that scanning gives you is all about retaining possession. Players who scan more frequently rarely lose the ball and are able to avoid being tackled more than those who don't scan. It's simple. If you're constantly aware of what's around you, you can always make sure you're one step ahead of the opposition. But maybe the most interesting benefit that scanning can have on your game is how it improves your passing. Now, the study found that players who scanned a lot were almost 30% more likely to make a successful forward pass than those who didn't. By getting their head up and looking around before receiving the ball, these players knew exactly where their teammates were. With that knowledge, they were able to make successful passes more often and more regularly. So we've showed you how scanning can benefit your game, but is this a skill that you can actually train? The answer is yes. In fact, that's exactly what we specialise here at Be Your Best. You see, scanning is a hard skill to practice. Yes, you can do little things here and there to improve, like building the habit after making a pass, or maybe incorporating them into a few of your drills, but these will only get you so far. To be honest with you, the best way to train scanning is in an 11-a-side match. Nothing can really compare to practicing in a competitive environment. The issue with this though is that there's only so many 11-a-side games you can realistically play in a week without getting injured or tired. And to effectively practice your scanning, you need to be doing this on a daily basis. The other problem with this is that on a football pitch, it's complete chaos. There's already so much to think about, so much to do, that in the early stages of learning scanning, you might simply just forget to do it. This is why at Be Your Best, we've developed a solution. A way to train more meaningful scans in just 10 minutes than you would in an entire 11-a-side game. Now, Be Your Best is essentially played in virtual reality, and it's designed to improve players' cognitive skills. With a MetaQuest VR headset, players feel as though they're in an actual 11-a-side game. Playing through simulated moments from Premier and Champions League games, players are tasked with scanning at the right moments, making the right passing decisions, and testing their memory and awareness. Now, the best thing about Be Your Best is that it's scientifically proven to improve your game. Studies have shown that players who train with it correctly will both increase their scan frequency and also make more successful forward passes. Now, if you'd like to give it a try, click the link in the description below or go to www.beyourbest.com where you can start your training today. So that's everything scanning, from how it improves your game to how to train it. Hope you enjoyed the video and we will see you next time.